Spruce Railroad Trail, an 8-mile round-trip day hike or mountain bike ride, is on the north side of Lake Crescent at the base of Pyramid Peak. Built on an old railroad grade, it boasts amazing views of the lake, Storm King Mountain, and 2 railroad tunnels. Sitka spruce trees grow abundantly in the Olympics and were milled for construction of wood-framed World War I airplanes. The railroad was built by the U.S. Army spruce squadrons to aid in transport of the trees. World War I ended in 1918, a few weeks before the railroad was completed. Not one log was hauled on the railroad for the war effort.
Welcome to the Spruce Railroad Trail. This is where it all started for me. When I first came to the lake in 1989, I stayed at Log Cabin Resort, and the next day I mountain biked the Spruce Railroad Trail. It's one of the greatest beginner trails for mountain biking and hiking in the world. This will probably be one of the last times we ride it because they have plans to pave it. So join me and I'll show you the history and the sights of this trail.
Cougar Phil and his brother were instrumental in petitioning the park to allow mountain bikes on the Spruce Railroad Trail. To date, it is one of the only trails in Olympic National Park that allows mountain bikes.
Standing by the railroad track, resting my poor short feet, 900 miles away from home, and all the bite to eat. He walking about on the old platform, he smoking bread, cheap cigar. He waiting for a local to catch an empty car. I don't see why I love that girl, 'cause she never cared for me. But still my mind is on that girl, wherever she may be. Look up, look down at Lonesome Road, hang down your head and cry. The best of friends have to part sometime, then why can't you and I?
So, the first day that I arrived at Log Cabin Resort, they brought in a guy in a rowboat with his head split open, a bigger gentleman, big boned, exposed brain matter. And what he did, with a high alcohol level, he climbed up this Devil's Punch Bowl cliff, which is about 35 feet high, and he got into a madrone tree. And the madrone tree snapped, and he fell down the face of the rock, broke his head open, and he started to sink in the water. And as he was sinking, there was a female over here, and she was from Australia, and she was a lifeguard. She ran halfway up the cliff, jumped off, dove off, intercepted his descent in the water, pulled him out, gave him mouth to mouth until the boat arrived from Log Cabin to pick him up and bring him to the ambulance. So, don't climb madrone trees and don't try to jump out of them, especially if you're drunk. The other time, my brother, who is almost an Olympic caliber diver, he was a platform diver, took a full ride to Texas A&M, and he must have had 13 boats full of people while he was doing 3.5s and 2.5s with twists, and he won't jump off of something unless he can do flips. That's how he gauges distance.
resting my poor tired feet. 900 miles away from home and not a bite to eat.
2, 3.
Walking about on the old platform, he's smoking very cheap cigars. He's waiting for a local to catch an empty car.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, a lot farther than I remember.
I don't see why I love that girl, 'cause she never cared for me. But still my mind is on that girl, wherever she may be. Look up, look down, it's lonesome